One of our Weize 100 AH lithium iron phosphate batteries failed on our 6-week camping trip. Here's what happened. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Well, we are back from our 6-week summer trip, and even though I know I'm still producing videos from that trip, so if you're following along with our 2024 summer trip, you know I'm still in the middle of the trip according to the videos, but guys, actually I'm back because I'm putting all those videos together. But while we were gone, during our trip, we had two 100 amp hour Weize batteries hooked into a 12-volt system that we were using to power our Starlink, powering our 12-volt refrigerator, our laptops, recharging phones, all kinds of things. We had that system set up so that we could use it when we were in places that didn't have power. So if you want to see my portable power station video that I put together for that trip, I'm going to put a link right up here where you can check that out. But guys, we were using two 100 amp hour Weize batteries, and one of them failed. So Weize has sent me a replacement, and here it is. So I'm going to get this open. We're going to test out the new battery. But before we do that, let me tell you how I found out that the battery had failed. So we have two Weize batteries connected in parallel, connected to our system, and it's monitored by a Victron smart shunt. So I had everything set up for 200 amp hours, and basically what would happen is when I would get down to 50% battery capacity, or about 100 amp hours used, my system would go to low voltage. My 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter from Renogy would shut down or beep or just give me all kinds of problems. The system would reset itself and it would just, nothing would run. And I was like, that is really weird. I should have 100% capacity and I'm only getting 50% capacity before I have a low voltage. So that was immediately telling me that one of my batteries was bad, but I wasn't able to figure out which one without tearing into the system, trying to charge up each battery. So basically what I did was I left the system as is and then made sure that I recharged the system whenever I was getting close to 50% capacity left. Now, if you're running AGM batteries or lead acid batteries to, power a system, you can only run them to about 50% anyway. But that's the whole reason why I bought lithium iron phosphate batteries, was so that I would have close to 100% capacity in my battery system. And I gotta say, guys, when I was planning to have 200 amp hours at my disposal, only being down to 100 amp hours was really not a great thing. This system had issues, I think, pretty much in the first week of our trip, maybe the second week out of 6. So for 4 to 5 weeks out of our 6-week trip, we were operating on one battery. So obviously when I got home, I wanted to figure out what was going on. So I separated the system and I decided to put each battery on the Victron charger just to see what would happen. And so the first battery, I set it up, and sure enough, it goes immediately into a bulk charge. It was already charged up pretty well, so it didn't take long to bulk charge, and then it went into an absorption mode and then into the storage mode, as you would expect. I went ahead and plugged in the second battery, and the second battery went into storage mode immediately, almost as if the battery was telling the charger that it was fully charged. So I thought that was weird, that that shouldn't happen. And then I went ahead and pulled it off the charger, put it on a battery tester, a circuit tester, and immediately it was reading like 10.9 to 11 volts. And these should be much higher than that, especially when they're full. They're only at 11 volts when they're out of capacity. So I knew that was a problem. So then what I decided to do was buy a capacity tester. So I bought a Maker Hawk capacity tester, and I tested each battery. The first battery I tested, which was my good battery, ran to 102 amp hours before the system shut off. I hooked it up to the second battery, and I got 0.2 amp hours before it shut off, reading 11 volts. So there was clearly something wrong with that battery. So, this is one of the things that I see a lot of people, talk about or, have concerns with, is the reliability of these cheaper lithium batteries. So obviously that's a concern for me, but I don't have the budget to buy Battleborn or Victron or some of the more expensive, lithium iron phosphate batteries. I'm sure those are great batteries, but I decided to take a chance on an inexpensive, lithium battery, and maybe I got what I should expect. I don't know. My one battery is great. So what I did was I contacted Weize. So I went on their website, their US facing customer service website. And, if you buy these on Amazon, right, it says, hey, you've got a 10-year warranty, no hassle, whatever. So I went ahead and I just sent them an email. Like, I found their contact and sent them an email and said, hey, I had a battery failure. How do I go about getting a replacement? And I got a response within 24 hours, guys. And I think that probably the people that are responding are overseas, because all my emails came in at like 2 in the morning, between midnight and 2 in the morning. So I'm guessing it's an overseas thing. But, the first one, they were very apologetic. They're like, oh, we're sorry you're having a problem. Immediately they were like, don't worry, we're going to solve this to your satisfaction. And, I'm like, well, we'll see. Okay. That's good. They asked me to take a photo of the battery, on a charger. I did that. They asked me to take a photo of the battery off the charger after it's been fully charged with the, voltmeter, which I did, and so that wasn't a problem. And then they asked me, well, would you be willing to test the battery with a different charger? And I responded, I'd be happy to, but you need to send me one, because I only have one and it's a Victron. And oh, by the way, it's charging the other Weize battery I have just fine. So it's not the charger, it's definitely the battery. But never in any of those email conversations did I feel like they were trying to, not honor their warranty. I think they were just trying to figure out if they could troubleshoot the battery so that we wouldn't have to do all the shipping. Obviously, that wasn't the case, and so they ultimately said, hey, ship us the battery, we'll give you a return label. So I had to box it up and ship it. So guys, here's tip number one. If you're going to buy these batteries, save the battery box. These come very well packed in a box that fits the battery really well with foam inside. I'm going to show you when I open this one up. And I didn't save the box, so I had to make something work. Luckily, I saved the foam, because I was going to use the foam for a different project, but I saved the foam, so I was able to use the foam, wrap up the battery, get it in a box, and ship it off. So of course, you're shipping it to California. I'm in Florida, so it takes 4 days, to get the battery out there, and then once they receive the battery, they ship your replacement. So it's 4 more days. So I was without a battery for a little over, a full week, 8-9 days or so. But that's okay. I didn't have a trip planned, so it was fine. But, nobody wants to deal with that hassle. I had to go to the FedEx store, which isn't super close to me, to ship it off. But it was fine, guys. It was all, pretty simple. Didn't cost me anything. I didn't have to pay for return shipping. I didn't have to pay for shipping of the new battery. But the new battery has come. And so we're going to put this battery through its paces. We're going to check it out. I give Weize high marks for their customer service in terms of replacing the battery. It really was no hassle. They just asked me a couple of questions, which I get. And then they shipped me a battery, which was good. The question is how reliable are these batteries, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this one. I'm going to put it on a charger. I'm going to charge it up. I'm going to put it on the Maker Hawk to do a capacity test. We're going to draw it all the way down, see if it's putting out over 100 amps. Then we're going to charge it up again and we're gonna run it on some components and see how it does. So let's get it open. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and open the box. And again, you want to be cautious because you want to save the box in case you have to ship the battery back. So as you can see, they ship it with nice foam. There's your terminals. And so it's in a bag with foam all around it. It's got a nice handle. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out. Comes with a user manual. Okay, so again, save the box. All right, guys, so here's the battery. I'm gonna go ahead and get the battery charger, charge this up, and then we're gonna do the test. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, we got the battery out of the box. We're charging it up with a Lithium 20 amp LiFePO battery charger. So we're gonna give that a go. Once it's fully charged, we're gonna go ahead and capacity test the battery and see if it'll be a suitable replacement for the one that failed. So we left the battery on the charger overnight. It's time to put it on the load tester and see what the capacity of this battery is. All right, guys, it has passed the test. As you can see on the display there is 101.59 amp hours in this battery. So the BMS shut the battery down, and so it is ready to be charged back up, but I'm very pleased that we got 100 amp hours out of this battery as stated. Okay, guys, so I am really excited that the Weize battery was over 100 amp hours. It's exactly what I expected. What we're gonna do now is we're going to charge the battery again. I'm going to put it on the Lithium battery charger again, and we'll go ahead and charge it up from 0 to 100 amp hours. Because it's a 20 amp charger, that should take about 5 hours, so we'll see how that goes. I'll probably just leave it on overnight, but bottom line is, guys, this battery is ready to go. So we are building a portable power system for our van. So originally I was going to use these Weize batteries for my camper, but instead I've decided to go to a different battery system there. So I'm switching gears and I'm turning this into a portable power station. So you're not gonna wanna miss that. So guys, if you wanna see that, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos, and give me a thumbs up on this video, guys, if you liked it. Yes, I had a battery failure, and yes, it was a pain in the butt, but did Weize come through for me? Yes, they did. I am very, very happy that they, with just a few questions, honored their warranty and sent me a new battery for free. So, and by free, I mean I didn't have to pay for shipping, either shipping the old battery back or getting the new battery shipped to me. So I'm definitely pleased with the warranty. I'm pleased with their customer service. So I would say, guys, you can buy with confidence. I'm gonna put a link down in the description below where you can pick up these Weize batteries off Amazon. And guys, like I said, I'm happy. I'm not happy that I had a problem, but I'm happy that they fixed it. And I understand that any company that builds anything in bulk is gonna have some lemons every once in a while. So, is that common? I don't know. I haven't seen very many complaints about Weize batteries online. And, there's, Will Prowse did a video where he cut the top off the thing and did some tests and was highly impressed with these batteries. So he's definitely the expert here on YouTube. So, if he likes them, who am I to say that they're bad? All I can do is report my experience, and my experience was when I had a battery failure, Weize stood behind their product. So, guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. One of one of the big things that's happening right now is people are adding 12-volt systems to their campers, to their vans, to their boats, all kinds of stuff. And so that's why we're doing this video series. Number one is we're adding systems to our trailer and van and all that, but also we want to make sure that you are able to do it as well. Guys, there's no reason to have to buy a system and spend extra money to have somebody do this for you. You can do it yourself if you want to. If you don't want to, that's fine too, but if you want to, it's gonna save you some money, and you are going to know a whole lot more about how your system works because you put it together. So I highly recommend that. So if you have any questions about Weize batteries or 12-volt systems or anything like that, drop some in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Or you can connect with us on our other social media. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and X. Or you can connect with us at our website at kempoutside.com. Guys, I have a whole lot more coming. I've got plans for this Weize battery. I've got plans for lots of 12-volt stuff in the future. We're adding 1,200 watts of solar panels to the cargo camper. We're going to add a DC to DC charge controller. We're going to mess with multiple MPPT controllers for the cargo camper. We're building portable power systems for the van using these Weize batteries. So we have a lot going on in the 12-volt and electrical scene. So if you're interested in all that, definitely be sure to follow along. But we also are going to be producing a whole lot more of our campground reviews and outdoor content, camping, hiking, and fishing content, and a whole lot of other stuff. So if you like that stuff too, this is definitely the channel for you. So thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.